So Burger King brought back a bunch of their fan favorites, namely these 3 melts, 3 different kinds of melts. They also brought back their fiery chicken fries, and they brought back their churro fries. The Burger King location I was at didn't have churro fries, so I couldn't get them. I wanted to try the 3 melts. That was the main attraction today. So here they are. The first one is a shroom and Swiss melt, and these two are pretty much the same. It's just a classic melt and then a bacon melt, which the bacon melt and the classic melt, the same thing, one just has bacon. But we got 3 melts. That's Dunny Gen today. We'll talk about them. Also have the merch that you can see here. I'll talk about at the end of the video. So drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes. Let's get into this video. So I'm going to start with the one that caught my attention the most because this one has a little bit of a difference to the ones that used to come out before. This is a shroom and Swiss melt. Now, this is different because on the shroom and Swiss melt, it actually has mushrooms. So I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms. And then it has Swiss cheese. And then they have a different sauce. So this is their royal onion sauce. Now, the other stackers do come with caramelized onion, which I think would have been even better on this. I don't know why it's there, but I got everything as is. That means, yes, for the first time, I'm going to be trying stacker sauce, which is basically Thousand Island. But I'm going to try it because, you know, people say, oh, you go to try it. All right, cool. I'm going to try it. Y'all going to see my reaction. It's going to be real. But the shroom and Swiss melt comes on toasted bread. They toasted this one a lot better than the ones I got before. But this side isn't toasted at all. Again, it's Burger King. I'm just pointing out the obvious. Now, I don't live far from my Burger King location. I know people like to see or prefer that I eat it fresh, but right now in New Jersey, it's snowing. Being outside is just not a smart idea, so I did take it home. But let's try this shroom and Swiss not melted melt. So this is a Whopper Junior patty, so it's a little bit smaller than I would like for a burger. You do get 2 patties. It costs $4.99. My biggest issue just right off the bat, a Whopper where I'm at costs $6. I would rather just get a Whopper because I feel like I can get more out of it. I feel like Shaq eating a good burger because my hands look so big for this burger. I do have pretty decent sized hands, but let's break down what it tastes like. Swiss cheese for me is a plus. And I like the earthy taste from the mushrooms. The onion sauce, it's so ridiculous. It's a fast food burger. But I just got to be honest. I wish it was more oniony. That's my biggest complaint about it. But other than that, I mean, you get the flame grilled Burger King patty. We all know what that is. And then this toasted bread. I prefer the regular buns in this, to be honest. Take everything from this and put it on a Whopper, and I would really enjoy it. I don't feel like I'm getting enough bang for my buck, but it doesn't necessarily taste bad. I also have an issue with, like, they call it melts, and the cheese is never melted on mine. Like, what part is the melt part? On a fast food scale, it's decent, but I just think there's better options, even at Burger King. Still, Rodeo Burger is a better choice to me than this. I like the mushrooms and stuff like that. Just put it on something else, and I think you'd be cooking with something. Price notwithstanding, on a fast food scale, I'd give it a 7.5. But with the overall value I'm getting from this, it just doesn't move me as much, and I'd probably give it a 5. These two are relatively the same. This is a classic melt, and this is the bacon melt. The bacon melt and the classic melt come with the same thing. They didn't, thank goodness, they didn't put a lot of stacker sauce on this. So, the bacon melt comes with 2 Whopper Junior patties, 2 melted slices of American cheese, 1.5 slices of bacon. I think it says 2, but this just feels like they're smaller slices, but it's 2 slices of bacon, and then their stacker sauce on their toasted bread. They don't melt these. Look, I'm not going to be a punk about this. Again, I've said this a bunch of times. I don't like pickles, but people say, oh, you got, all right, cool. Like, well, let's try the damn thing then. I'm going to be honest with you. There's not enough of it on here for me to even taste the stacker sauce. There are caramelized onions on it, though. I'm trying to, like, there they are. I can't taste it. I feel like I'm not getting the sauce, which is fine. They did me a favor. Stacker sauce doesn't really taste like anything. I know it's like a Thousand Island base, ketchup, mayo, and relish or something, but all I'm really getting is the caramelized onions and the bacon, and that's pretty good to me. Everything else is your regular Burger King burger. Again, it's the same idea. I wish it was melted, but if you took those caramelized onions, the mushrooms, the royal onion sauce, and you put it on a Whopper, I would love it. I just don't think I'm getting enough bang for my buck on this. But it doesn't taste bad. Obviously, bacon is going to make anything taste better. You don't want to hear me continue to say the same thing over and over again. I just wish that it was on a Whopper. I don't really care for this toasted bread because they never really toast it all the way, at least when I get it. So it just comes across I'm eating burgers on white bread, and that part doesn't move me. I think that the mushroom one is a little bit better. I would like the bacon to be added on that one and probably do a little bit more with it. But if you like the stacker sauce and stuff like that, I know they serve it on like the Royal or the King, the Bacon King. I would just get that instead. Like this is, to me, kind of like a waste of money. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Even overall, again, if you wanted stacker sauce, they didn't put it on mine. You'd probably have to ask for extra. Now, this is just the regular version of their melt, and it's pretty much the same thing. Like, it has the same stuff on it. I think they put mayo on this one. I know it doesn't come with mayo, but there's mayo on here. I don't know how it ended up with mayo on this, but let's just try it. I actually think the mayo is better. Again, I don't taste the stacker sauce. Like, yeah, it's kind of on here. This is like a more mayo, they put mayo on this. I don't know what the hell, my Burger King's weird, bro. I don't know. Again, I'm going to say the same thing over and over again, so I'm not going to waste my breath. This is the same burger, minus bacon. I think adding mayo to it is a nice thing. Or even adding something else to it. We got some sauces over here. Let me just, like, can we kind of, you know what we do. Let's do the zesty sauce. Let's see if we can fix this. Add the zesty sauce. Just get a Whopper. Maybe your melts come across better, but every time I get these, it's sort of the same issue. But I wanted to see if they made any difference to it. It's not. I'll be honest, I don't really care for the melts. I just think Burger King has rodeo burgers and Whoppers, and just make different kinds of Whoppers than drop these. But they're fan favorites, so if you like them, please let me know what you like about them. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. My opinion is not like the gospel. I'm just curious to see what other people's thoughts on it are. For me, they just don't move me. Taking bacon off this made it worse. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10. And again, these are supposedly their favorites. They're their fiery chicken fries. You can get a 4-piece, which costs $2.09. So this is the fiery chicken fry. This is like everything from Burger King I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of. I don't really care for their chicken fries either, but let's try these out. They're not bad. I stand corrected. These are the first time I had these. They're actually spicy. Like, they are significantly spicier than the last time I got them. They had that fiery menu, and I know they dropped the fiery fries before that, and I tasted no heat. This one I do. They also have a brand deal with Hidden Valley Ranch, so got the Hidden Valley. Is this the ones that y'all normally get? I like these. For Burger King. They still have a little bit of that Burger King funny aftertaste, but it does have like a peppery garlic note on top of like the spicy, fiery seasoning. And they're really not bad. Like, if you just take one, this is going to be something that I do stuff like this, so just leave me alone. Yeah. When I wanted the fiery Whopper, this is legit what I wanted. I don't know why we didn't get it. Now, you can get the 4-piece for $2, but they also have an 8-piece, which comes out to $3.69 where I live. So probably $3.50-ish up to $4, depending on where you are. And then for about $5.50-ish, depending on where you are, you can get the 12-piece. Again, value is where you see your value. I just, for $2.09, I can get a rodeo burger, and it's much better than what that is. But if I'm just judging this alone, it's probably the best thing that I've had today. And I enjoy these more than the last couple of times I had them. I still don't love them, but I used to really not like them. On the fast food scale, I give these a 7.5 out of 10. They are kind of skinny. I feel like they used to be bigger than this, but I like the taste on these. If they took this same breading and made it into like the chicken patty for the long boy chicken sandwich, I think it would bang. Burger King, might want to try that. I'm not an expert, but you know, I'm chunky. Now, this is where I just kind of give people the heads up. If you use the app, there's all kinds of deals going on because it's Christmas. So they have a 4-piece of these cheesy tots right now. Basically, any purchase over $1, which you'd have to get something. Everything at Burger King costs $1, except for the sauces, unless you're going to go there for sauces. And you get these for free. So these are the cheesy tots. Of course, we go into the zesty sauce. That's where we go. And then I had my rewards points. So I got a small onion ring for 400 crowns. You get crowns every time you make a purchase, depending on how much you buy. Sweet and sour sauce. I still think zesty sauce is good. Their sweet and sour sauce, it's really pineapple. Like, really. First 4 ingredients: water, sugar, distilled vinegar, pineapple juice, and then pineapple puree. It tastes more pineapple-y than the other ones, which more have like an apricot type of feel to it. Just a noticeable thing. But overall, the melts for me, they're not making a menu for me. Personally, I just think the Whopper is better value for dollar. All this stuff would have been better on a Whopper or the BK King, the Big King, and it would have been better. But I just don't care for that bread. If you want to try them, they're $5 a piece. They also have a Melts for Us combo, which I think is a complete ripoff. It's $17.99. You get 2 melts, 2 small sides, and 2 small drinks. And that costs $18. I just don't think that that's good value either way. But if you want to try them, there they are. I'm going to stick to the rodeo burger if I want a smaller burger or a Whopper. But that's just my thing at Burger King, personally. So I've been talking about the merch, and some people have been asking. We've had to kind of try to get this right. Again, I want to make sure everything's good before it actually goes live. So I've gone back and forth with the design team over at Champion, and you know, we fixed some things that I personally wanted. This is the first sample that I got. It literally just came in the mail right before I left. So I put it on. I have hoodies and other stuff that I'll be showing in like pictures. I'll put up on my channel, but this is just a basic overview of what it looks like. So it has like a logo of mine right here, which is like what I use for Twitch. And then over here is what I thought was really cool. There is stitched. These are stitched. They're not screen printed. So these are stitched hand signs. Obviously the Champion logo is on both sides. And then over here, and then there's sweatpants that match with this. I'm not standing up in sweatpants. Y'all are weird, but they look exactly like this. They're the same color with the same logos, the Champion logo and my logo. I also have this hat, which is a flex fit. It has my autograph on the back, which I thought was really cool as well. And then just like the KS like letters. I haven't worn it yet because I didn't want to mess it up with the white hat in front, stuff like that. But you'll see me wearing it and stuff for later on videos. I have the other stuff I haven't tried it on yet, but this is all Champion, so it's not like cheap material. It's all good material. I wanted to make sure it was that. I'm gonna give them the okay, and then we'll go live with the rest of it. But I wanted to give the YouTube channel first, like kind of look at it and what it looks like. And I just want to thank you guys again for Champion, like a big brand like Champion. I wear Champion hoodies all the time. To work with me is something that I never in a million years thought I'd have my own line of stuff with them. The last thing that I'm going to do my best to do, I'm being 100% transparent with you guys because of like new circumstances with materials costing more if you want to get them imported, you know, the tariff thing and everything like that. It's possible. I don't know what the final cost is going to be, but I am not joking when I tell you this. This is not something that I am personally doing for any profit. The closest to cost that I can get it, I'm going to get it. I want to make sure that this is affordable. I'm not trying to sell expensive $50 hoodies and really I'm not doing that. I want to make sure it's the closest to cost. So once that happens, there will be a link up. Everything will be live for about 2 weeks. I'm looking for like right around Christmas into New Year's, and that'll be it. But again, this isn't a for-profit thing. I just want some good clothes. And to me, I think it's really awesome that people can wear stuff that like has my stuff on it. Like, it's not about money for me. This is not a cash grab at all. So I wanted to be transparent about that fact. So I don't know what they're going to cost yet, but I'm going to make sure that I can get them as close to cost because they are making it. They have to make money, but I'm not looking to make money off of this. As close to cost as possible. You have my word on that. I won't. So I'm trying to get this down, and I'll do my best that I can. But I wanted to talk about this, and just keep your eyes open. If you have me on my Instagram and my TikTok, there'll be posts on there as well. So there'll be links everywhere. And thank you guys so much for this. This is like, when I saw this, bro, I saw the box go up and said Champion. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, really, really dope. And you guys did this. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. And we'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.